Okay, well, I'm using this paper plate as a cutting board because today's just my day to be super wasteful, I guess. But I don't have a dishwasher and I hate washing dishes. I like to cook. I don't like to wash dishes. That's just the way it is. So no excuses here. I just don't want to dirty up a cutting board. So I'm just doing these onions in really thick pieces really quickly. So I'm going to be making stir-fried vegetables and teriyaki beef. So I just need these onions in larger pieces because they're gonna cook down. Now I can't see because the onions are getting to me. Alrighty, so I can't see what I'm doing. I'm just gonna do this blind. All I'm gonna do is put this meat in this frying pan because, like I said, I don't want to do any more extra dishes, and that's what happens when you do a lot of cooking, is you make a lot of dishes. So I'm just going to throw them in the frying pan. These are already cut. This is the meat from Walmart that was in my grocery haul, and so it's very convenient that it's already cut into strips. I'm just going to put it in this pan, and then I'm going to put the teriyaki sauce and the onions in and put the lid on so that it can marinate. And I will put it in the fridge because it's only noon and we're not going to eat until later. So it can sit in the fridge and just hang out. And then I'll take it out before I'm ready to turn it on and get it cooked up. So I'm going to, can you see it? Move way back here. All right, so I'm gonna put the teriyaki sauce in here on the meat. And I know that, you know, you can argue and say, well, you need to cook your meat with a little oil or whatever, but we're gonna wing it and I'm gonna just do what I want to. I'm sure it'll be fine. I always feel like no matter what you do, you can make it work. So I don't go by the rules all the time. So I know if you were professional, you'd be like, what is this woman doing? But it's gonna be good. I just know it. First, I started browning up the steak and onions in the marinade that I had it in the refrigerator, and I just worked on getting that meat a little browned up, and then I poured off the extra marinade and then left just a little bit in there and continued to move the meat and the onions around until the meat was getting really nice and cooked. When the meat was cooked to where I wanted it to be, I then added in a bag of frozen stir-fry vegetable mix, and then I added the rest of the teriyaki sauce. At this point, it becomes a waiting game because the temperature of the pan is going to change because of the frozen vegetables, but you just wait for everything to come back up to heat and then for those vegetables to get cooked through. And then I'm going to add the fresh broccoli that I bought in a bag from Walmart right on top of this, and then give it a chance to start cooking in also. After some of the frozen gets cooked through, it does take longer for the frozen, so that's why I start it first and then add the fresh to it. I do like to have more broccoli in our stir fry, so that's why I add more to it. There just isn't enough in the bagged package of stir fry mix that you get, and so I'm just going to let that sit right on top for a little while until everything starts to come back up to temperature, and then start mixing in the fresh broccoli into the rest. And then when it's all done, I'm going to add a cornstarch and water mix to it to thicken up that sauce that's kind of just sitting in the bottom of the pan. That way I can mix everything in and get it all good and coated. It looks like way too much for the pan, but as the vegetables cook and wilt down, it does make extra room in the pan, and it's all going to work out. So now I'm going to get ready to add the cornstarch to the pan so that it can thicken up the sauce. And I'm just showing you how much liquid is in the bottom of the pan. And it's all going to turn into a really nice sauce that will start to stick to the meat and the vegetables after it thickens up. And here I am plating up my dinner. I just made some minute rice to go with it, and I'm just going to do a couple of scoops of the stir fry and the steak mix on the side here, and that is it. Hi. So, hey, I'm getting things ready in the Instant Pot. I'm going to make some mashed potatoes. Can you see me? Well, all right. I'm going to turn you around here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just getting the potatoes that I peeled and washed. Let me see if I can get this camera to go down. Okay, there we go. So, I have the potatoes that I washed and peeled already. And then I'm going to put some water into Instant Pot. I think this is a pint. You can do more, you can do less, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to plop the potatoes right in there. Then I'm going to throw in about a spoonful of minced garlic. This size spoon, not that big. And I'm using minced because when these get all done, it's going to be pulverized in there anyway. And some, what is this stuff called? Minced onion. Just for that flavor. And then you want some salt. You can do it before, you can do it after, it's up to you. And then some black pepper. And I'm kind of a maniac with black pepper, so I just poured a ton of it in there. And now all I'm going to do is put my lid on. And I have no idea what I need to set this on. So we'll do pressure cook. And you know, I don't know. I'm just gonna go with this. Nope. Nope. I should probably look at a recipe or something, but too late now. So we'll just put it on 15, let it do its thing. And you want to make sure that it's on the right setting so that it builds up pressure. And that's all there is for now. The next meal was just for me and Cameron. We were the only ones home, so I just made some of these chicken tenders and some green bean fries. It's been pretty cool here in Michigan with some rainy, cooler days, so it wasn't a miserable experience to turn on the oven. So I just popped these on a cookie sheet and put them in the oven and crisped them up. And then I ended up having mine with Dijon mustard on the side for dipping. The last meal of the week was just hamburger helper. I don't normally make hamburger helper, but we always have it in the cabinet on hand just in case. And so I just cooked it according to the directions on the box. This was for the boys since I was leaving for work and Bill wasn't going to be home until 7:30. So they were kind of on their own until 7:30. And so this would be something that they enjoy and something. Well, aside from having two different types of noodles in this hamburger helper, like right here's the elbow from the hamburger or the cheesy macaroni kind, and then, you know, the little flat noodles for the lasagna box. My husband picked them up off the shelf when we were shopping, so he must have grabbed two by mistake, but it really doesn't look like it made much of a difference, so I'm sure nobody will complain. And I'm just gonna put some in this little container with the lid to take to work for my dinner tonight. I am getting ready to go to work 3 to 11 tonight, so I think I'll just take something to have for my dinner. I don't always eat dinner at work just because I feel like it slows me down and it makes me tired. So I try to eat when I get home. But since there's so much of this, and it would be easy to eat while I'm at work, so I figured I'd take something with me today. Thank you for stopping by my channel, and if you like this video, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of my videos in the future, please make sure that you subscribe. Bye for now.